Hi, y'all. Let's talk about Maranda Goldman. She was born on July 29th of 1992 to parents Sandra and Scott Goldman in Jefferson County, also known as Pine Bluff, Arkansas. She was raised in Whitehall. Her parents divorced when she was young, and her father has since passed away. Maranda grew up in Whitehall, Arkansas, with her two sisters being raised by their mother. She attended Whitehall School, where she graduated in 2010. Miranda's friends and family say she was a vivacious person, very trusting of others, very popular, deeply kind, selfless, dependable, and trustworthy. She had a deep love for animals, everything outdoors, four-wheelers, fishing, hunting. She was a country girl. At one point, Maranda had found a baby deer where she bottle-fed it and nursed it back to health. She was very popular and had a lot of friends. In 2015, Maranda had started down the wrong path, hanging with the wrong crowd, known drug dealers of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and his associates. She started with pills, alcohol, and weed, but that led to even harder drugs. Her family did put her in rehab, did many other things to help her recover from this addiction. At one point, Maranda was in a vehicle in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, with two other individuals. Get pulled over by police. Police are questioning all three of them, right? They asked, "Do y'all have anything in the car?" Maranda speaking up and being the only one to tell the truth. They were all took into the police station. After that, these people who were once her friend started calling her a snitch. Maranda even received threats on Facebook Messenger from these people. In 2015, Maranda calls her mom. She tells her she's sorry and she wants to get her life right. And Maranda had been doing just that. She was staying clean and trying to get her life on the right path. On October the 8th of 2015, 2 weeks after Maranda had moved back home with her mom, she had went to run some errands, get a bite to eat, and she went into a Goodwill store in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. It was kind of located at a strip mall. It was broad daylight, and it was a busy area. Maranda tells her family that they are accepting job applications, and she was going to fill one out and come back for a job interview. She purchased a pair of pants and a belt. The store clerk has confirmed that. She tells her mom she's going to go freshen up at a friend's home in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, before this job interview. Her family says she was so excited. Her life was headed in the right direction. After Maranda was to freshen up, she was going to come back for that job interview. But Maranda never made it back to that Goodwill store in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Store clerk heard Maranda on the phone speaking with someone. She tells them, "I'm almost done. I'm coming out." Miranda's family believes she knew the person she got in the vehicle with. Some have said it was a white SUV. There was no video surveillance footage outside that Goodwill store. Miranda's mom last spoke to her at 5:30 p.m. When she became worried that Maranda did not return home, she started calling her. She says Miranda's phone was turned off. It started going straight to voicemail. She says when Maranda didn't return home and she didn't hear from her for 4 days, she knew something was bad wrong. This family immediately hits the street, printing and posting flyers, reaching out to local media. Pine Bluff Police Department did not take Miranda's disappearance serious. They labeled her from a poor community and a drug addict. They suspected she just left town. The workers at the Goodwill say Miranda's car was outside when they left, and it was still there when they returned back to work the next morning. Her purse and her cell phone were missing. There was no apparent struggle in the car. Detective Captain Terry Hobson of Pine Bluff Police Department said they followed up on countless tips, including possible sightings of Maranda at different locations, but they all turned out to be false leads, except one a month later. An anonymous tip comes in from a female and tells authorities where to find Miranda's deceased body, located at Northeast 38th and Ohio Street in a wooded area close to a man-made lake. This detective and one of his sergeants and other local authorities go to this location, and within about 5 minutes, they actually find Maranda. At this time, her body was so decomposed, they could not really identify her. With the jewelry and her cell phone, they kind of knew it was her. She was sent to the Arkansas State Crime Lab for positive identification. It would take 3 months to get a positive ID back on Maranda. Some reports say Maranda was found in a wooded area in a field with her cell phone in her hand. I believe it was in 2016 before her death was ruled a homicide. Maranda was afraid for her life. A vigil was held for Maranda on October 23rd of 2015, where a family member says they believe Maranda was picked up by someone she knew in that parking lot of Goodwill. Don't believe Miranda's death has ever been determined. I think I did see a report where they said blunt force trauma, but I've saw no official report of that. Pine Bluff Police Department does say this is an ongoing investigation. I believe there are at least 6 suspects in her case, all people she knew. Let's talk about Pine Bluff, Arkansas for just a minute. It definitely has a bad reputation, and it is ranked 3rd in the U.S. for crime. An anonymous female caller has never been identified or could not be traced back. We do know that Pine Bluff Police Department have Miranda's phone. We also know that they should be able to see who picked her up, but that information has never been released to the public. Kind of like they're protecting someone, isn't it? One day after Miranda's death, her family was at home, hearing noise outside. They go to look to see what it is. What do they find but a bullet hole when it's shot at their house? Miranda's family took this as a threat to shut up, as a tactic to scare them into not speaking on Miranda's case or what was going on in the drug world in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. I read a report where Maranda had went to clean a man's home in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. I believe this was the drug man's home. He was supposed to pay her, but he refused. Instead, he kicked her in the back. These individuals are definitely violent and belong in prison. So I'm asking all of you to start calling the Pine Bluff Police Department and demanding justice. No, they have her phone. Sure, they have her clothes with DNA, but what are they doing with it? Nothing. She was murdered in 2015. It is now 2023. She is someone's child. She is someone's sister. She has friends and family who love and adore her, and she deserves justice. If you have any information about Maranda Goldman's murder, please contact Pine Bluff Police Department at 870-541-5300 or 870-730-2090. There's a Facebook account set up for Maranda Goldman where you can view updates on her case and just see what. Y'all stay safe out there, and thank you for listening.